Here. I want to welcome everybody. We've got a great one planned out today. For all of you that are brand new and that I haven't got a chance to meet yet, real quickly, I'll just share with you a little bit about my background. My name is Tim Herr, National Director with Riman, and really excited today. I'm actually at corporate. We got a great event going on right after this at the HQ tonight here in Vegas in Irvine, and we're going to be sharing some really exciting information tonight about Riman. But I'll just real quickly share with you a little bit about my background, how I found this amazing company. But basically what happened was a good friend of mine had called me up. I got started in skincare, started a skincare company about 17 years ago or so. And we took that company to $1 billion in sales and took it around the world. And we had a great deal of success. It helped a lot of people. And, I'd sold that business and was really looking for really what we were going to do next. And a good friend of mine, Mr. Danny Bay, had sent me some products and just said, hey, take a look at this stuff. And I was kind of reluctant to even look at it, at the time, but I tried the products and I went to football practice and I coach youth football here in Southern California. I went to football practice and one of my coaches was like, hey, your skin looks great. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. I thought I never had ever do anything like that before, mainly a buddy of mine. I was like, that was weird. And I was I'll be honest, I was a little creeped out again. But my daughter the next day is like, hey, Dad, did you get Botox? I'm like, why the heck would I get Botox? No. And I was like, what is happening right now? This is so random. And my wife goes, call Danny and find out what's in that stuff because there's no way a product could work that fast. And I called him and he shared me the story about Riman and how Riman had gotten started. And I want to take some time to kind of outline it for you tonight. But Riman basically got started in about 2008. But the gentleman that started the company, his name is Chairman On, and he's world renowned when it comes to formulation. And he owns a company called Ask Labs that creates formulas for in the skincare world. And he had been working on a formula, and basically what he did was he there's a plant. It's called tiger grass, right? It's kind of an interesting name, but tiger grass is known for its healing properties. So basically, in Korea, there's like in America, we have a product called Neosporin. If you're not from America, I apologize. You're probably like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's like a healing ointment. It's in like all the first aid kits and stuff. And basically, in Korea, that product, that healing ointment is called Maracasol, right? It's very similar to our Neosporin. And Maracasol is made of a plant called Centella asiatica. So the reason why I talk about tiger grass and Centella asiatica is because Centella and tiger grass is the same thing. How this was found is about 50 years ago. They started to realize of all the healing properties from it. How they found it was because of what was going on with these tigers in Asia. When tigers get wounded, guess what they'll do? They'll roll around in this grass to heal their wounds. So they found the healing properties from this amazing plant, and in Asia it's used for its healing properties, right? Well, he started studying this plant, and the same time he was studying the plant, what happened was they discovered water that's inside the Halasan volcano. So basically, there's a volcano in South Korea on this island called Jeju, and inside that volcano, they found water that had been trapped there for 400,000 years. And when the discovery was made, the United Nations stepped in and made it UNESCO Heritage World Site to protect it. And the Korean government gave out a couple government contracts, and the skincare contract was awarded to Chairman On. So we had the exclusivity with that water. And what he did was he said, let's take this water and spray the plant with it. And what happened was he took the water from the lava and he sprayed the tiger grass, and it grew from the size of a quarter to the size of a hand. So it grew 5 to 10 times bigger. And as a result of that, obviously it has 5 to 10 times the healing properties. And he started to put together this in-cell derm line using that plant and also using the water from the lava energy water. And what happened as a result of that is he put together this in-cell derm line, but he did something that was very unique. Okay, there's a process it's usually used in medical cream. So if you've ever used like any type of like a testosterone cream or an estrogen cream or cortisone or lidocaine, like some type of medical cream, they sometimes will use a process called microfluidization. And he got the wild idea to microfluidize this product. So microfluidization is when you make something about 400 to 1,000 times small. You take something that from micrometers and make it into nanometers. And basically what that means is it's about 400 to 1,000 times smaller than a hair follicle. And when you put this product on your face, it penetrates your epidermis and it gets into your skin, and it helps, number one, not really skin care. I call it skin repair, because it really repairs your skin. But the second thing that it does is it heals your skin. And what happens is it'll plump it up, and so you'll see like a reduction. You'll see like a reduction in how you're in basically like fine lines and wrinkles, like the viewing of them, and what you'll see because your skin is plumped and hydrated. You'll see a reduction there in certain areas. So, this product that we've got, they launched the company in 2008. I mean, 2018, and the product in 2018, when they started it out of South Korea, it just grew like wildfire through a dry brush field. And what happened was in 2020, they were gearing up to grow international, but because of COVID, they said, let's wait till the COVID restrictions are lifted. And in Korea, it lasted until the end of 2022. And then after the restrictions were lifted, they said, let's open up the U.S. And that's when my good friend Danny called me about this product. And Mr. Danny Bay is somebody that I've known for 26 years. So I've known him forever, man, pretty much, for a long time, I should say. So, and he's a great friend of mine and somebody I've known since he was 19. And when he showed me the products, told me about the story, I took a deep dive into this thing. And I said to myself, this is absolutely remarkable. And right now we're taking this company to 50 countries over the next 5 years. And we're going to help a lot of people be able to get a chance to participate with us and market these products and promote these products and make a substantial income. So with that being said, I hope I didn't bore you there with that story. I'll just real quickly pull up a slide deck here today, and we'll go over a few things here that I think will make a lot of sense to many of you that are looking at Riman for the first time. But this is a very exciting time in Riman history. And we'll be talking about, there's three major lines here. ICD, right, is our skincare, it's next level skincare. Our Boda Lab is basically our hair and body care. And then Lifening is our nutritional supplements. So let's talk a little bit about Riman. Like I shared with you, we started in 2018, and we've done already $2.5 billion in sales just in South Korea alone before they grew internationally. So to do $2.5 billion in sales and to become the #1 rated K-beauty product in Korea, that's unheard of, right? When I heard that, I was like, this company's got to have some good products. I mean, it's absolutely next level. You're talking about being the #1 K-beauty brand in Korea. That's like if you were in Colombia and you're the #1 coffee company. I mean, it's like that. That's where Korean beauty products are absolutely on another level when it comes to the quality of it. So I was blown away by that. The other thing that's really interesting about the Riman opportunity is the fact that when you look at it, we just launched North America. So we got first movers advantage in North America. Nobody still really knows about Riman in North America. And now we just launched Taiwan. We just launched Hong Kong. We just launched Malaysia, Mexico, Singapore, UK, Philippines. We just launched Japan. We just launched Spain. I was out in Spain a couple of days ago for the launch there. We just launched Chile. We're taking this thing all around the world, and people are falling in love with the products like never before. So let's talk a little bit more about it. Once again, these are our three brands, the Lifening, the Boda Lab, and the ICD. And the packaging is superb, quality packaging, state of the art, really, when it comes out. When you look at our ICD brands, people, when they see the package, they get blown away. But when they try the products and they feel the efficacy, that's whenever they get excited. But Giant Byungpul, like I said, that's our patent plant, one of our 20 some odd patents that we've got on different ingredients that we've got. But once again, the Giant Byungpul, that's the tiger grass, Centella Asiatica. But we grow this in a controlled environment, and you can see that picture there of the little one is the other guy, I like to call it the other guys, but everybody else that uses Centella, that's the size of theirs. That's the size of ours. And the Jeju Lava Energy Water sets us apart. And obviously, that nanoliposomal technology with that microfluidization, right? So we've got on Jeju Island, we've got this amazing campus that when people see it, they absolutely get blown away. Right at the base of the Halasan volcano is our Riman farm, right next to the lava water center. Absolutely remarkable. This is our 160,000 square foot smart farm, AI-powered, controlled environment. This is where our heritage ingredients are grown. Then we've got our Riman Village. We built a resort, right? We got 9 of these little villas that can sleep, I think about 6 different beds there. And basically, when people can go to Riman Village, and that's our own resort for people that whenever you hit the director position. And this is a beautiful video that the company has put together. And I want to just show it, actually. I'm going to show it today.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Pyeongpool. Introducing the first of its kind, Giant Pyeongpool. Infused with Jeju lava energy water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love.
So that
The
video,
all-new Inselderm.
that video
Riman.
just really kind of lays out some amazing things about Riman and really our products. This is the ICD. We just launched the new Radiance in 100 line actually yesterday, so I've still got the old bottle there in the slide deck. I'm sure that'll be updated here probably in the next few days. We just launched our brand new Radiance in 100 line, new and improved, better packaging, but more importantly, better products. They ran it through the microfluidizer up to 7 different times. One droplet of the product can have up to 120 billion particles. I mean, it's mind blowing, right? Now the makeup, we just launched the makeup. People love the makeup. I usually, I'd be honest with you, I don't use the makeup. The Set and Stay makeup spray is actually, I actually do use that one because what it does is it makes your skin glow like never before. Talk about glass skin, because that's just basically like a water that makes your skin just glass skin. So I sometimes will use that product, but my wife loves these products. Just a great, amazing product. And when you take basically skincare and makeup, it's basically skincare infused makeup. So people get excited about it because of what it does to your skin, and people are concerned nowadays about the makeup they're putting on their face. So once again, it's something that separates us. We got obviously the Bodolab, our personal care, body care, hair care. We got something called Deserta Cola. Basically, it is one of our patented ingredients, and it's basically like it's a concentration of like metabolite of like I don't even want to try to explain it, but it's basically like loliolides that help out with your hair, right? Helps with basically removing the sebum plugs for your hair, so making it stronger and obviously shine. And there's some documentation in Korea that talk about there's clinical studies that prove that it does certain things that we can't necessarily represent. We can't say it in America because of rules and regulations. But everybody that wants to have basically more hair, they love this product, right? I'll put it to you like that. So the Swamel body care, that's basically once again another elite product that we got. Everybody falls in love with that product. The Swamel is another one of our patents. Basically, it's a bioremediator. What that means is it was used to help with basically using a oil spill to preserve marine life and take out the chemicals and take out the bad stuff. So it does really great things for your skin. And then obviously our Lifening is our nutritional line, kind of beauty from within, right? Talk about our Deep Talk helps out with basically, helping people. I don't want to say, I mean, it help you go to the bathroom, I guess. I mean, I hope that's not too gross for you to think about, but the product absolutely works. Everybody in my family loves it. I've got family members that have irritable bowel syndrome and they fall in love with the product. And then obviously our collagen, our beauty collagen, once again, beauty from the inside. People love that. Award-winning collagen. Everything that we do is just state-of-the-art, next level. So just real quickly, kind of wanted to point out some of those things with Riman. And we're going to get a chance here in a little bit to hear from one of our top senior directors in Riman and kind of share with you a little bit about what she loves about the products. Let me see if I can pull her up here right now and see, hopefully her name is here, and give you a chance to be able to hear her story. Just a remarkable individual, somebody I've known for many years now, and somebody that I got a chance to meet. And actually, there she is right there. I'm going to go ahead and pull you up, Sarah, here, make you a co-host. But yeah, this is Sara Yousefi. She's actually one of the top senior directors in the entire company. Just fell in love with the products. I've known her and I've known her husband for even longer. And, I just knew that she would be great at promoting these products. So basically, when Chris and I got started, we're always up hanging out with her husband. And we just knew that she would be amazing at promoting these products. Just had to get her to try them, right? And I knew that she was going to fall in love with it. Had no idea that she was going to build such a big business and help so many people become successful. But I'm excited today for you to be able to get a chance to hear from her. Let me go and spotlight her right now. She's got an amazing story, and really, she's just a powerful individual. I mean, I love her to death, and excited for you to be able to get a chance to hear from Sarah. Sarah, thank you for your time and welcome to the call.
Hi guys, I'm sorry I have a little bit of a cold today, but thank you, Tim. I'm really excited to share my experience with Raymond because it's been really game changer for me. Initially, Tim and Chris introduced me to the products. As you mentioned, he's really good friends with my husband, and he brought the products over. And I've always been someone who preaches authenticity, and I was like, I'll give them a try. And I wasn't expecting to like them as much as I did, but I loved them. And I've been using the products for the last year constantly, every single day. And over that time, I've seen a consistent difference in my skin. What stood out to me immediately and has continued is how balanced and healthy my skin feels. It feels very hydrated. I've noticed a huge difference in my complexion. And as Tim mentioned earlier, I've had Botox allegations and all that sort of things. But I'd say the Balance Gel is probably my favorite. It gives me the perfect hydrated glow without feeling heavy or greasy. It makes my skin feel really calm and nourished at the same time. Then I like to follow up with the Balance Gel Cleanser, well, prior to putting on the Balance Gel, which is a new product, which I really, really love. That one I wasn't even expecting, but I was really happy when they came out with it. And it's super gentle, but it still leaves my skin feeling clean because sometimes you can also over exfoliate or over cleanse, and you don't want to strip everything off your skin. And I think it's important to maintaining a healthy skin barrier. My ultimate favorite product from Riman is the dermatology cream. It's been keeping my skin smooth and supported. It helps everything look glowy. And the serum to top off with that, but I would say the dermatology cream out of all of them is my favorite, and I will always preach for it. Um, and what I didn't expect a lot in Riman was that how much I would love their wellness products. I thought that it was heavily focused on skincare. And one day I thought, let me try the collagen shots because I take a lot of supplements. And I wanted to try that to help with my skin and how I feel. And I just felt a lot better inside and out. Then I started taking the Deep Talk Plus, especially as women, we have fluctuations in our cycle, and I thought, let me help something that will help with my digestion. And you get an absurd amount of fiber, which just helps you feel more balanced. And overall, it helps with bloating. And I was really impressed with those packets. I take them before I want to go take some photos the night before, and you'll just wake up snatched. I promise. I promise you. They're really strong and they work really well and they do what they say they're going to do. And that's one thing I really loved about Raymond is that if the product says it's going to do something, it is going to do something for you. And with the huge trend on TikTok with Korean skincare, that's all I heard about. That's all I heard about. And I've tried a bunch of brands, but Rimmon is my favorite and is the only Korean skincare I use and I love so much. And I think coming into this, I didn't think I was going to be consistently, it was as more so as a hobby and to show my daughter, if she wants to have a goal, she can keep doing it. And I just kept selling to my friends and networking. And it's easy to talk about something if you genuinely use it and you are your own poster. So, yeah, I just networked with my friends and connected and keep pushing myself to have more and more goals and be an example to my daughter. And I'm so grateful for Tim and Chris, and I'm grateful I found these products, and I'm really excited to keep seeing the results and keep trying new and new products as the company grows.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sarah. What an amazing testimony. We really appreciate your commitment and obviously carving out some time to join us. The excitement level right now is at an all-time high with Riman. And like she said, there's a great income opportunity here as well. So I'll point out real quickly how that works today. And we'll just go through that information real quickly and wrap this thing up. But just a powerful story. I mean, fell in love with the products and then said, hey, look, you know what? Why don't we start promoting it? And that's exactly what's happened. And I think last month the organization did over $1 million and well over $1 million in sales. It's just amazing to see how fast this thing can grow. So with that being said, I'm going to jump back right into it and see if I can't pull up the slide deck and just wrap this thing up here real quickly by kind of sharing with everybody how it is that we make money. I think that's probably something that some of you are interested in. You're saying, wait a second, we get it. These products are amazing, but let's talk a little bit about this income opportunity that people keep talking about with Riman and how it works. The biggest thing I would suggest that you do, if you're taking notes tonight, just kind of write down as much of this information as possible. But you and I all know how the traditional supply chain works. A company will manufacture a product, right? They'll sell it to distributors. Distributors will sell it to wholesalers, and then they'll mark it up, sell it to retailers. Retailers mark it up and sell it to customers. So the customer ends up paying a higher premium as a result of all those markups. But what Riman said is, hey, look, why don't we do this? Why don't we give you and I an opportunity to be able to get an equity ownership position with a company? We can go out and we can promote these products and we can get paid a substantial income as a result of that, right? And it fluctuates, meaning like when you first start off, you might be at a certain percentage, and then as you grow with the opportunity, your increase in compensation, gets rewarded to you. But as a customer, the customers win because they get 5% reward points on every time they order. There's also whenever you become a VIP customer, and actually now we call it a VVIP customer, so very, very important customers, right? You actually can get a 10% savings as well. And we'll talk more about that on Tuesday. We've got an orientation training that everybody's going to want to plug into. But all we got to do is think about this. Do we know anybody with skin? Do they want superior products at affordable prices? I think everybody would agree, right? Everybody wants to look a little bit better. And we can promote products directly to consumers. If you know people that own retailers love to sell our products as well. And obviously, the online channel, is amazing. People that, basically can make videos and kind of promote the products that way, reels and things like that. Really amazing through social media. And what happens is when you first get started as a planner, you're at about 10%. And then as you become a manager, this is on your percentage on your customers. Once you become a manager, now you're getting 20 to 30%. That extra 30% is available in something called a retail bonus that we'll get into on Tuesday in the orientation. Then once you become a senior manager at 30 to 40%, you become a team leader, you're at 40, 50%, and it keeps on moving up, right? So basically what happens is there's a substantial amount of income for people to promote the products. And then as you know people that we're going to want to make more money, sometimes the customers that you introduce will say, wait a second, I want to market these things. And then they come in on board as a planner, and then they start sharing the products and they rank advanced. What happens is whenever they get customers, they're going to make obviously their commission, but you're going to get a small override on their performance. And what happens as a result of that, you can build a distribution channel as big as you want, and you can get paid a percentage override on other people's efforts. So you can leverage your time. And when you think about that basically the 10 to 50% retail commissions, that's really what kind of blew me away from a business perspective. The average small business in America is about $450,000 according to the Small Business Administration, and the average profitability, 65% of them fail within 5 years, but the ones that succeed in traditional business are profiting about 5 to 7%. So when I saw 50% profits, I was like, just from the business, I know many of you are business minded like I am. You're like, wait a second, there's a huge upside to this. We can make some pretty significant income promoting these products. And I was just blown away. And the overrides are amazing. And there's a substantial amount of income that you can build by teaching other people how to go out and acquire customers. And we've got a system. If you're like, well, I'm too busy to teach people how to do this, we have a system in place that will really basically help you build your business for you, right? I love the fact that our system is so amazing. Then we have something called leadership bonuses, right? Basically, the leadership match bonus, which it really basically what this does is it compensates you or rewards you for building up leaders and helping them become successful. And we'll get more into this on that orientation. But what's unique about Riman, when you first get started in Riman, what they've done for us that's really made us help a lot of people win big is the fact that we've got ready-made basically starter sets that when people get started, they can get started with a starter set and get some of the products so they can go out there and start, get before and afters, change their face, and then they can promote the products. We do these things called pop-ups, basically, where we get together with people and share the products with them, and they fall in love with it. They become customers, or they decide to become planners with us, in case they want to make extra income. And we've got basically a ready-made system to teach people how to do this, mainly for people that have no experience. We'll show you how to do it. We'll be there for you every step of the way. And what happens, let me show you some of these starter sets. This is the starter sets right now available in the United States. Amazing starter sets. Obviously, the starter kit premium is the most popular package. What happens is when you get started with these sets, what happens is now you're equipped, right? You've got your hands on the products that you need to be successful, and you can start utilizing all the products, creating your own testimonial, and really just kind of share with people your before and after pictures. We coined a phrase called change your face, change your finances, right? One of my mentors, in Riman really kind of shared that with me. And I just said, man, you know what, that's great. So when you get started in Riman, if you help other people get started with starter sets, you can actually earn travel points this month, which will help you obviously qualify in America and US. We're going to the Bahamas right now. Everybody's qualifying for that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Canada, they've got something special going on up there as well. Basically, and with their starter sets, it's the same situation there. the centerpiece of everything that we do is basically is our conventions, right? So about every 6 months, 5 to 6 months, twice a year, we have a convention, and the convention is designed to give people everything they need to be able to become successful. So we just got out of a convention last month, and it was absolutely mind blowing, right? We had an amazing convention at the Long Beach Convention Center, and we've got one coming up in Vegas. It's going to be August 7th through 9th. So if you get started in Riman, you want to make sure you book those dates, 7th to 9th, circle them on your calendar, and get registered immediately. Get your tickets for the fall convention. I think last time, it might have been the last time or the time before last in Vegas, we sold out. So we had a sold out event, and we sold out, I think, like months and months and months before. So you don't want to wait. If you don't have your ticket, get your ticket today for that event. And this is a new promotion that I'm going to announce that's happening for the month of April. When you get started with Riman, what happens is you want to become a manager, you want to become a senior manager as soon as possible, right? We have a training on Tuesday that will outline how to do that. The person that invited you on the call can share with you the details on how to hit that rank, right? And we'll show you how to do that. Basically, what happens is once you hit manager, if you do it within 7 days, you're going to get a $250 cash bonus, and you're going to get 3 times the travel points. So you're going to get 20 travel points times 3. You're going to get 60 travel points for hitting manager. If you do it in 30 days, right, from your start date. So if you get started today, you got a full 30 days to do this, right? So very exciting. Even the people that come in at the end of April, they still got the same opportunity that new people have today. What happens is this. If you do it within 30 days, you're going to get $100 cash, plus you're going to get 40 travel points, right? You're going to get double travel points for hitting that rank. Now, if you go senior manager in 70 days, you get one of these two, right? I don't think you don't get both. Just relax, okay? We're not over here just printing money over here, but they're going to give you one of these bonuses. If you hit manager or you hit senior manager, you get the option. But if you hit manager, a senior manager in 7 days, you're going to get a $5 cash bonus, and you're going to get 3 times the travel points. So that's 150 travel points that are going to get you well on your way to doing what? Qualifying yourself, obviously, for the Bahamas trip, right? Now, if you become a senior manager in 30 days, you're going to get $250 cash and then double the travel points, which is 50 travel points times 2, 100 travel points there. So this is a special promotion that's only available in the month of April. We've never ran a promotion like this. This is the most aggressive promotion that I've ever seen. And I love the fact that it really gives people that incentive to get out of the gates fast. Like tonight, if you get started, you want to go online and get yourself set up for success, right? The buddy that invited you on tonight's call, guess what? They have a link, and you'll be able to get your own link as well. And you just click on their link, and you can enroll real quickly. Takes just a few minutes, and you can pick your pack of starter set. And then what you can do is we can start taking action immediately. All right, we can start helping you build this business fast, right? So somebody goes, well, Tim, I don't have time to wait till Tuesday for an orientation, man. I'm trying to get this done in 7 days. Well, guess what, right? We've got recordings of orientation, so you can actually watch last week's orientation, and you can get some insights there on how to build this thing fast. But you want to get out of the gates quickly. And if you joined last month, or like myself 2 years ago, right? If you're already existing, you want to start getting new planners started like never before, right? Help them earn these cash bonuses, help them earn these extra travel points, because the more that you help people, the better off your business is going to grow, right? So super excited about this promotion, the most aggressive promotion we've ever had. And obviously, like we all know, we're growing this thing worldwide. This thing is growing like wildfire, really through a dry brush field, right? And we've got so many exciting things that we do. We have a plan that's designed for you to become successful, right? And as the sun comes into my eyes and I get blinded here, corporate, I hope everybody's smiling like I am, because I'm like, wow. But, this is such an exciting time. And I really appreciate everybody carving out some time tonight to join us. The excitement level's at an all-time high. And tonight, obviously, by now, you can see clearly that Riman's got something special, right? It really is something special, but more importantly, something that you can do. I've been in this profession for 30 years. And prior to getting started in this profession, I was a high school student. I was a senior in high school when I got started in this profession, and had some amazing mentors pour into me and teach me how to become a success. And I look forward to, as well as all the leaders in Riman, is pouring into you, right? Teaching you how to do it and sharing with you what we've learned throughout our career on how you can become successful in a short period of time. So we're going to be there for you every step of the way. If you got some questions, get them answered, right? Contact the person that invited you on. If they're brand new, maybe they don't know the answers, but they can find the person that does, right? There's somebody that they work with that knows all the answers that you need. But the biggest question that I've got for you is, if not this, then what? If not this, then what? right? If not you, then who? And if not now, then when, right? It's the best time ever. And for things to change in your life, you've got to change, right? You got to change what you're doing. And for me, when I got started in this profession, I just loved everybody working together and teaching and training and coaching. And I just love the fact that everybody works together as a big family and a big team, and everybody supports one another, encourages each other. And that's what you'll find most exciting about Riman whenever you get started, is the support structure and the love that everybody's got for one another. And so I want to encourage you today to get back to the person who invited you on. They're not a mind reader. Okay. They don't know how to read. We got a great training system. Mind reading is not something we teach. They can't read your mind, right? So just let them know, man. If you see it, something that you want to get involved in. If not, just be a customer. Enjoy the benefits of the product. But I think once you start enjoying the benefits of the product, you're going to be just like everybody else, right? You're like, wait a second, I think I could promote this thing. This is pretty exciting. So get back to the person who invited you here. Ask them how you can get enrolled. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to invite you to be a part of what we're building here, and as we build this thing around the world. So with that being said, thank you so much for your time, and appreciate everybody's commitment to being on tonight. So with that being said, get back to your buddy that invited you here, and they'll help you get enrolled and will help you become successful in a short period of time. See you guys on the Tuesday orientation. God bless everybody.